Greetings, fellow Star Wars fans. My name is John Medina, and this is a trailer review for the first full-length Star Wars The Force Awakens trailer. The first screenshot here that we see is of Rey in her, what I like to refer to as sandproof gear. We then see her crawling through the wreckage of what we can safely assume to be the crashed Star Destroyer on Jakku, further leading us to believe that she is either a relic hunter or a scrapper of some kind. A voice then comes over and says, "Who are you?" Rey replies, "I am no one." Obviously she gets mixed up in something, probably fairly quickly, or someone finds her. Anyway, either way, we then see her working on something which again points to the scrapper theory. Next we see Finn again taking off the Stormtrooper helmet. This is something we've seen in the teaser trailer as well, but this time there's an overdub that says, "I was raised to do one thing, but I've got nothing to fight for." And then we see most likely Finn crash on what is most probably Jakku, which is also probably how him and Rey meet. The next scene is of a ship. Could this be the new Death Star that appears in the poster? Most likely, which is backed up by the dialogue that follows, which is Kylo Ren saying, "Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started." He's talking to Darth Vader's burnt helmet, which is the next scene that we see. So the question that this raises is Kylo Ren actually part of the First Order? Or is he just a Sith that's following Vader and works with the First Order for a means? We then see Kylo Ren torturing Poe Dameron. I wonder but why? I guess we'll find out, of course, but is he looking for something, or is it just strictly because Poe is part of the whatever the Rebel Alliance has turned into? And when the forest gets destroyed, is that a metaphor for what Kylo is doing to Poe's mind, or is it a weapon? Is it the new Death Star being used on some unsuspecting planet or some other weapon? In the next scene, we see an extended version of the Millennium Falcon being chased that was in the teaser, but now we hear Rey speaking to Han. She asks, "There are stories about what happened," and Han replies, "It's true, all of it." It shows that Episode 7 does not find us in a universe where the Jedi are revered like they once were. It seems like less people know of the Jedi now than ever before, like the Force almost doesn't even exist to them. We see stormtroopers fighting again. There have been several theories about the First Order, and I simply think that it's what was left of the Empire fighting to maintain control in the power vacuum that was created when Vader and the Emperor died. During this scene and the next scene, Han continues by saying, "The dark side, the Jedi." And during this dialogue, we now see Finn and Poe Dameron shortly interact, which, that almost entirely confirms that whether he was a stormtrooper or not, he becomes one of the good guys. The next scene's very peculiar to me. Where are they? What is that building? Have we been there before in one of the previous movies? Why are they there? I think it has something to do with Han trying to make Finn see that he's Force sensitive, which is actually ironic because Han actually never really believed in the Force throughout the original trilogy, and now could he be helping someone realize that they could be a Jedi? Again, in the next scene we see pretty much the only thing we've seen of Luke. He's not even in the poster, but we assume it's Luke at least, and R2-D2, and Han says they're real. So where is Luke? I have a theory about that, but I'll elaborate on it shortly. Next we see Kylo Ren swing his saber, and then it immediately cuts to Rey crying over someone's body. Which brings me to my theory of Luke. I think that Luke left, old Ben and Yoda style, in hiding somewhere. Remember, he was just a farm boy from Tatooine, and after the fall of the Empire, maybe the pressure was too much. There's also rumors about him having some Force sensitivity issues, like having too much power with the Force. Either way, I think he became a hermit, and I also think that whoever Rey is crying over is what's going to make Luke come back into the fight. Next we see Chewie, Han, and Finn, and something obviously shocks them, but what is it? I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Next we hear, "It's calling to you." Is this referring to Finn? Is this referring to Rey? There's been rumors that Rey may be Force sensitive too, and that she may be Han and Leia's daughter. So this could be a possibility. Explosions, and more explosions. Definitely promising an action-packed film. The next scene we see is Leia crying on Han's shoulder. So I think personally that she is crying over the same person that Rey was, and that when they get together, that's when Luke's going to show up. Like when Leia and Han get together, Luke is going to show up because of whoever got killed. Now we see Finn holding a lightsaber. Where did he get it? If we remember in the teaser trailer, Leia gave somebody a lightsaber, but it looked like a female hand. So could she have given it to maybe Rey, and Rey gave it to Finn? Or did Finn find it in that mysterious building that was showed a couple scenes before? And Finn's gonna fight Kylo Ren? Chances are, if Finn just found out that he's Force sensitive, he hasn't had much training at all. So it could be dangerous. But maybe Luke will come save him. Or maybe someone else will come save him. It's interesting to think about, but of course we won't know until we see the movie. And the trailer ends with someone saying, "Just let it in." That's the end of my review for the first full-length Star Wars The Force Awakens trailer. Please tell me your theories about the trailer in the comments below, and of course, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to thumbs up and subscribe. If you want to keep up with me on my other things that I do, you can find my podcast on my YouTube page, as well as in the links provided in the description. You can also follow me on Twitter, at JohnnyM_Revo. Until next time.